Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing a 2022 Nissan Rogue Sport. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Rogue Sport. Check out the inventory in the description down below. They do sell the new Nissans, but they also have a massive, and I literally mean massive, used inventory. And so if you're looking for a pre-owned car or a new Nissan, check them out. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into the video. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 24 around town and then 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 141 horsepower and then 147 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Rogue Sport. So first off, you guys can see we've got these pretty sharp body lines on either side of the hood, and this one obviously is blue, which is pretty cool. Now coming down below, you guys can see here with the halogen headlights, and then notice a little daytime running light there off to the side, and then you can see the accenting down here, and then we actually do have fog lights here at the bottom. Notice we have the normal Nissan smiley face chrome grille accent, and then you can see there with the Nissan logo in the center, and you've got some black trim down below that. And yeah, overall, it does kind of look like a mini Rogue, but with larger headlights than what the new Rogue has actually, which is kind of funny. Now coming on the side here, we've got two 15mm tires wrapped around 17-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see from a coloration perspective, the wheels are silver. And other than that, there's not much else to talk about. Now, popping here, you can see the front suspension. And then notice with the fender flare how that continues to a splash guard, and then all along the side. And then notice here with the mirrors how they're blue for the most part, but you got a little bit of black accenting there at the bottom. And then we do have keyless entry, and then if we take a few steps back, here is our full side view of the Rogue Sport, and there you go. Now here's a key fob. Notice we got the Nissan logo there at the top. We have a remote start function. We've got the lock, and then our unlock function. We're gonna unlock it because we're gonna pop here into the hatch. So press this button, and then you just lift it right up, and it'll pop up. And you guys can see we got a cargo cover that has not been placed yet, but we have cargo cover. And notice it says Rogue and then Sport down below. So you can tell that this was made for like the Rogue, I'm assuming, and then they just added that to like after the fact. That's at least my assumption, but notice it sticks right on. And then you do have some, well, more storage space underneath this little thing, and we're just gonna leave that be for now. And other than that, I mean, it's pretty practical, and now that I've made a mess, we're gonna grab this and just pretend like it didn't happen. Now let's finish things up here with the rest of the rear. So first off, you can see we've got the Nissan logo there. We have our Rogue Sport badge, then we have our SV badge, and then look at the taillights, how these are stylized. I think that looks really cool, actually. Got some silver trim right there. Parking sensors here on the rear, and notice that they have, well, kind of hidden the exhaust tip. It's kind of poking there out to the side, and that's the rest of the rear. Now here's the door panel in the rear. Notice we've got this nice padding and stitching here on the door panel itself. And you can see the black trim here with the door handle. That looks really nice, actually. And then here are the seats. So notice again, really nice padding cloth trim here in the center of the seat. Notice the seat belts actually match color-wise. And the color combination is really cool here. Then popping in, notice we've got storage space right there, legroom, then headroom. We do have some vents here for the rear passengers. We've got some cup holders in our cup holder armrest situation, and let's head to the front. Now here's the front door panel. You can see again with that padding, and then we've got all of our window controls. Front one is automatic, well, front driver to be specific. We do have memory seats on top of that, mirror adjustments. There's a quick look at the mirrors. And then here is the front seat. So you can see again with the padding, and then notice the cloth trim there in the center. Power adjustments on the side. And then here is the pedal layout down below. And then notice that's to open up the hood. Gas cap release. And we've got a bunch of stuff here. So we've got our eco mode, sport mode, all-wheel drive lock, heated steering wheel, steering assistance, stability control. Steering wheel is manually adjustable, and let's pop in. So here is the steering wheel. We've got nice padding here around the steering wheel, and you can see the stitching there on the center portion, and then look at the silver trim right here. Nissan logo there on the center. This does come with adaptive cruise control, and like I said, steering assistance. Controls for the center stack, we've got our volume controls as well, turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock, and there's the steering wheel. So here's the center gauge cluster. You can see you've got the RPMs there on the left side. On the right side, you've got the speed, and then we have that center screen right there, which will show you different bits of info on the car itself. I like the 4x4 information. Notice it says 100% to the front because we're in the front wheel drive mode. We're actually gonna leave that on for the driving portion. And if we actually press the all-wheel drive lock button, I'm curious. Oh, whoops. Well, it doesn't change the screen. That's interesting. But we do have the all-wheel drive lock on. So yeah, you know what? I don't know, but anyways, that is the center. Now here's the infotainment system. First off, if we pop it into reverse, we do have a backup camera, which trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. And notice we have that bird's eye view as well. And so from a camera system perspective, this is really solid. There is a camera button you can also press. And notice that I'll pop on the front camera. Usually don't expect to get this in a car in this, or SUV rather, in this segment. So I think that's impressive. As for the rest of the screen, response time with the buttons is solid. And sorry, it's kind of hard to see just because of the lighting right now, but you know, it's a good infotainment system. We've got dual zone climate controls just down below that, which I definitely need the climate controls now because it's getting toasty today. And then you can see here with the charging ports, we've got our parking brake right here, auto hold, and then some storage space. And then here is our shifter for that Xtronic CVT. And there is a manual shift function that comes along with it. A couple of cup holders right here. We do have heated seats as well. You can see the center console setup. Some USBs, and then notice here with the trim on the dash, and then in the glove box as well. And then popping here to the top, you can see we've got a lighter colored headliner, and then we have the manual mirror dimmer, which is a nice function. And oh, there you go. So here's our window sticker for this Rogue Sport SV all-wheel drive. You guys can see here with the standard equipment on it. Notice most everything is standard. There's your base price. There are a few options, including the technology package added to this particular SV. And then notice your total MSRP there, $31,230. And let's take it out for a quick little drive. So this is a first for the channel. The car ran out of gas the second that I started it up to do the test drive portion. So we aren't gonna have a test drive in today's video. Hopefully I can make this back to its parking space. I don't know how. I'm probably gonna have to like push the car or something. I'll figure it out. But anyways, yeah, funny behind the scenes moment. And again, it's the first time it's ever happened. And it's not like I drove it from its parking space over to here. So yeah, this was really low on gas, which is, it's understandable, it happens, but I think it's hilarious that like the second that I'm like, okay, let's drive it, it's like, oh, never mind, not gonna happen. It is what it is. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this Nissan Rogue Sport. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Rogue. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I will see all of you in that next video.